Good evening, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. The Light Rail Transit Authority is gearing up for the possible resumption of operations for the LRT Line 2 by next month. With it, of course, it's implementation of the so-called new normal for commuters. For the details, Patricia Mangune joins us live from Recto in Manila. Pat, how was it?
And ultimately, the viability.
The National Capital Region Police Office and the Light Rail Transit Authority conducted a simulation exercise to prepare for the possible resumption of operations of the LRT Line 2. 500 police trainees acted as passengers in Recto Station. Markings were visible on the floors to remind them of the proper distance when falling in line. The seats and flooring of the train itself also had markings to indicate where to sit and stand 1 meter apart. Each train will only accommodate a maximum of 160 passengers, only 10% of its regular load of 1,600. The CIMIX included embarkation and disembarkation from each train stop up to Cubao Station, as well as the train's disinfection after it was vacated at the last stop. NCRPO Regional Director Major General De Bolsina said it was better to practice as early as now to observe mistakes and correct them. This is while there is still no definite decision whether Metro Manila will be downgraded to general community quarantine come June 1. SINAS also warned they will be reasonably strict but will arrest passengers who will insist on violating quarantine guidelines. The LRT2 management will put in place a no face mask, no entry policy. Any passenger with a temperature of 37.8 degrees or higher will be denied entry. They also advise passengers to buy their beep cards and reload them good for at least a week to lessen the hassle. The LRTA plans to resume operations with its original schedule of 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. from Recto to Cubao Station. And they also assure the public that 5 trains will be operational and they will pick up passengers every 3 to 7 minutes. Sean, the LRTA estimates that from 5.5 million passengers in a month, they will drop to 450,000 only. And they admitted that this will cause great financial losses. So they will have to depend on government subsidy to fund and maintain their operations. That is why the option of imposing fare hikes is not yet on the table. Sean?
Right, thank you for all that info. Pat Mangune joining us live from Recto in Manila. Meanwhile, the DOH reports 350 new COVID-19 cases in the country. That is the highest single-day jump since May 7. And this brings the total number of infections to 40,669. The Health Department also recorded 89 new recoveries and 13 new deaths. And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. 157 patients in 24 hospitals across the country have signed up for the World Health Organization's Solidarity Trial. That is an international effort aimed to test the effectiveness of a possible vaccine against COVID-19. This was bared in President Rodrigo Duterte's 9th report to Congress on the government's COVID-19 response efforts. The participating institutions, however, were not listed in the report. The Interior Department has received 50,000 applicants for the Balik-Probinsya program, which facilitates the return of Filipinos from Metro Manila to their provinces. In Tuesday's Laging Handa briefing, Secretary Eduardo Año said they are still finishing the implementing rules and regulations and figuring out the modes of livelihood assistance and the beneficiaries can apply for. In the same briefing, the Light Rail Transit Authority said Line 2 stations from Santolan to Anonas may still be fully operational by September. Spokesperson Hernando Cabrera explained that the reopening of the said stations was slated for June but was pushed back because of the pandemic. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.